Dallas Sports Talk Radio, radio. Dallas Sports Talk Radio. Dallas Sports Talk Radio. Talks great across the 50 states. Somebody turn the song. Great across the 50 states. Somebody turn us up. Talks great across the 50 states. Somebody turn us up. Talks great across the 50 states. Plug in the microphone. Dallas Sports Talk Radio. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us as we begin the first episode. DSTR. The fastest growing sports talk, news, weather, traffic broadcast in the metropolitan area. Always local, always live, every day, Monday through Friday, here on YouTube channel at Dallas Sports Talk Radio. The #1 sports talk news show dedicated to the local superstars from the Metroplex. There is no debate. Subscribe, engage, like. Connect with us on social media platforms at Dallas Sports TA2. Don't forget to leave us a comment and tell us who you are and where you come from. If you like it, we watch it. If you missed it, we will talk about it. DallasSportsTalkRadio.com. This is how we start our #1. Let's give a shout out to the East Coast for holding it down for us before we clocked in this morning at 0940. Hashtag what's the haps. Evidently the decision was made yesterday in the middle of our show segment. Noteworthy. News on Talk Entertainment worthy of discussion. Every day at 11:20. We welcome in the West Coast to our show. We also blaze through the second dub of the morning. Hashtag noteworthy at 11:20. So the decision was made yesterday. Hashtag Big Mac's promise. Hashtag that's my son's friend. The era is over and the Metroplex star Mike McCarthy is out as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Owner, president, general manager Jerry Jones is said to have released a statement thanking Mike and his family, and also leaked that a contract could not be reached. At 0940, hashtag what's the haps. The biggest story of the morning for the fan hate and ticks chicks will probably be head coach Mike McCarthy is out as the Cowboys head coach. What is Jerry Jones gonna do now? He got rid of Mike McCarthy. But it's said that Mike McCarthy is gonna have several interviews. So it's gonna be interesting to see how many people are gonna clamor to pick up head coach, let go, expired contract. No, can't come to a contract negotiation with the current team that was employing him. Gone. We want to see how many GMs are going to clamor to get an interview with Mike McCarthy. While everybody else is talking about that, we'll wait to see what that outcome is. But we got our own theory on how Mr. Jerry Jones came to the conclusion that it was time for Mike McCarthy to go. It started right after the preseason. All the figureheads were saying Dallas Cowboys aren't going to win anything. They're going to start out the gate 0-2, possibly 0-3. First 3 games of the season, Cowboys not going to win anything. That's what all the figureheads were saying before the 2024 season started. Dallas on the road at Cleveland. That was the first game the Cowboys kicked the Vegas gambling hearts right in the teeth. Everybody, Deshaun Watson, if he's a former shell of himself, Cowboys better look out. They have no one that can contain Deshaun Watson. Have you ever heard of the Marvian Overshawn? Yeah. Shut him down. Shut him down. Deshaun Watson looked like the same bomb that was ordering up 23 to come rub him down. Same bomb. Overshadowed Deshaun Watson. Oh, but wait till Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, get a hold of Dak Prescott. Man, it's nothing that they're going to be able to do. They got a young offensive line. Dak is in trouble. Everybody. We picking Cleveland? Yeah, we picking Cleveland. Picking Cleveland? Everybody picking Cleveland. Dak shredded that defense. Made them look like they were still playing in the preseason. But that's not what did Mike McCarthy in. Mike McCarthy was fired during that game. Here's the point. How long will a 71-yard field goal record last in the NFL today? If you had the opportunity to set the record, the NFL record for the longest field goal in the history of NFL football, you got the chance to set, I'm talking about even just attempt that, just to attempt it in front of everybody. You already had the game pretty much locked up. Trying to field goal was just something to give you that added gratification to say we could come in and dominate a team at their home field and still have a memorable game for the rest of football eternity. This is the first game of the season. Everybody questioning the owner, Jerry Jones, for whatever he did or didn't do in the offseason, expecting Cleveland to just run all through the Cowboys, and they go up there and put up a fight and make Deshaun Watson look like the same guy that's been sitting out for almost 2 seasons prior to getting to Cleveland. Rusty, Overshawn gobbled them up. You saw the highlights. But that's not what did Mike McCarthy in. Jerry Jones sitting up in their owner's box, and you got the opportunity to attempt a 71-yard field goal. Once they punted the ball, that's when Mike McCarthy lost the owner, Jerry Jones. At 0940, hashtag what's the haps. Mike McCarthy is no longer the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Adios, Big Mac's promise. Adios, that's my son's friend. It's our last time we'll probably be able to use these hashtags unless another GM decides that they're going to extend that invitation that was rumored by the Fan Hate radio station or the Tix Chicks radio stations here in the Metroplex, talking about that there are other GMs in the NFL that are actually clamoring about, chomping at the bit, how they said. The bombs, same old lame shows talking about chomping at the bit. They chomping at the bit. Well, all these GMs, as the Fan Hate and Tix Chicks would say, are chomping at the bit to extend an invitation to former Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy. We already told y'all yesterday that if there are any GMs that are extending an offer to Mike McCarthy, Roger Goodell, and the NFL medical staff should be right outside their office as soon as the interview is conducted. The NFL medical staff should be like, all right, sir, let's go ahead and step into your executive restroom real quick. This won't take but a minute. At 0940, we talk about how long would a 71-yard field goal record last in the NFL today. When Mike McCarthy decided not to kick that field goal, attempt that field goal, try that field goal, line up and make the other team burn a timeout just so they could fake like they were going for the field goal. When he didn't attempt that field goal up in Cleveland, it is the opinion of some of the knuckleheads here at Dallas Sports Talk Radio that's the exact moment when Mike McCarthy lost the owner, Jerry Jones. Once they got down to the tunnel, Jerry Jones ran from the owner's box, sprinted downstairs, congratulated, great win on the road, Mr. J. First game of the season after that preseason. Mr. Jones like, hey, oh yeah, wonderful win on the road in the opponent's stadium. Everybody in the world picked us to get mollywhop. Just cleaned up in Vegas because Vegas had us underdogs by big down 3-4 scores. We were supposed to get blown out by the Cleveland Browns. Well, I just got one question. Oh, that's fine and dandy. What happened to the kick? Once Mike McCarthy told Jerry Jones that he and Bones Fossil decided against trying a 71-yard field goal with the Brandon Aubrey, rookie sensation special teamer, set all type of percentage records his rookie year, led the NFL in field goals made his rookie year. His first game of his second season, the chance, the opportunity to kick a 71-yard field goal, and your head coach goes to the special teams coach, and they decide, nah, let's just punt the ball. That is when Mike McCarthy lost the general manager, Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones wasn't too busy thinking about how much money the Dallas Cowboys had just made in Vegas, where everybody was betting against them for the first game of the season, to have the guy that he found, Brandon Aubrey, a DFW native, never played football his whole life until he went into the United States Football League, now the United Football League. Jerry Jones found this kid. Rookie season, this kid sets the record or led the NFL for the most field goals made in the season. Jerry Jones found this kid now. The GM, Jerry Jones, found this kid. The first question when he got down in the tunnel to Mike McCarthy was probably, in our opinion, it would have been our first question. What happened to the kick, Mike? Well, Bones and I decided not to try it. What? You and Bones decided not to try. Sir, we just got to win when everybody in Vegas, they had us starting the season out 0-5. Here we go, got our first win, sir. When will you ever have an opportunity as an 80-year-old owner to have another 71-yard kick? When you winning, already leading the football game, first game of the season, the conditions could not have been better for Mike McCarthy to say, on my expiring contract year, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go all out. Nope, not Mike McCarthy. He was too comfortable with the relationship that he had with the Jones family, and he wasn't coaching to win. He was just coaching because I'm family. They brought me in. They know me. I know that he don't want me to do anything reckless, but I guarantee you, Mr. Jones wanted to see a record set, a record that'll probably never be broken in his lifetime. It would have still been going on to this day. That record probably would have saved Mike McCarthy's job. The number to call, 888-637-7678. Subscribe, engage, like, connect with us on social media at Dallas Sports TA2 at 0940 hashtag What's the Haps. That's where we break down all the events that that happened prior to our last show. We were talking about the 71-yarder. Mike McCarthy didn't try. Probably was the one thing that sealed his fate as a head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, once GM, owner, president Jerry Jones gets that bad taste out of his mouth, that 71-yarder, that's going to be hard to live down. And if anybody thinking that is anything besides that, you probably wrong. If you ask Mr. Jerry Jones, what do you think the main reason was that you let go, that you didn't give Mike McCarthy a new contract? And, you know, they say in the rumor mill that the negotiations could not agree on a contract. We believe that he went in there and he said, man, what happened to the kick? 71 yards. Nobody in the history of the game would have probably been able to attempt another 71-yard field goal. Have the kicker that possibly can make that 71-yard field goal in his second year. And you're going to tell me you and the special teams coach decided against it? That's what he told him in the tunnel. So that's when he lost the GM, Jerry Jones. This is when he lost the president, Jerry Jones. When it came out in the media, we here at Dallas Sports Talk Radio had no idea how that transpired until we heard alleged that the former head coach, Mike McCarthy, had gone to Bones Fossil. Bones Fossil said, nah, I don't think he should try it. And anger, the punter. And those were the two people that talked Mike McCarthy out of attempting a 71-yard field goal. He should have been fired twice on that day. About 3 times. One time by the owner, one time by the general manager, and finally, just the coup de grace, firing by the president too. Man, get out my face. Y'all talking about Mike McCarthy, feel sorry for Mike McCarthy. Man, you should feel sorry for the Dallas Cowboys franchise for what he did to the franchise for 5 seasons. That dude brought in Ben DiNucci. Man, if there's another GM in the NFL that's willing to give Mike McCarthy a job, he needs to have a urinalysis as soon as it's leaked that this dude is in the office getting ready to have another job.